Well, hello and welcome back, everybody, to Realms. Before I begin, I'd just like to point out that Azakia is going to be moved to the to be continued pile. As my interests are pretty mercurial, I'd like to move on with other games. So, if you're worried that I will not be continuing it, don't be, because I do intend on going back to it. Okay? Just not for the foreseeable future at this time. So, anyway, we're going to be continuing on with Waterford. I did some leveling up as well as a few other quests. So, there's no real quest tracker in this game, per se. You just kind of have to keep notes to yourself. And fortunately, the game does give you that option with the note keeper and the journal. So you can leave notes for yourself. And you type in location, notes like that, and say return to here later or something like that. The location of Waterford was revealed to us by the librarian in the town. Okay, so you first visit the pub and you find a bottle of wine that's notably from Waterford. You talk to the librarian about it, and he'll say, "Oh, that was a town that was sunken." And I can give you a location of the last known location of the town, and this is where it leads. You find a cave behind a stone outcropping. It is practically invisible unless you're right in front of the opening. The passage has been lain hidden for ages. It winds east through a jagged crevice. You step into a large valley. It is completely shut out from the outside world by high peaks. Towards the east, you can make out a large cave in the distance. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to note, yes, I did make it so that the outdoor music will play during the snowy portions. I also changed it such that there will be music playing for the swampy areas, which is what we're going to be entering in very soon. So, I just used known files that were already available by copying and pasting. I tried going through Mod Archive, and I tried retitling their file extensions and everything and whatnot, and they just were not agreeing with this version of Realms for whatever reason. So, anyway, let's go inside. This is the cave that leads to the sunken city of Waterford. You have found the sunken city of Waterford. Legend has it that a great crack rent the earth and swallowed the city. No one managed to escape before the massive fissure collapsed in upon the city and buried it forever. The entire city was thought to have been destroyed. Now you now see that large sections of the city have survived remarkably well. There are signs of some type of two-footed creature having been in the area. The prints are large and clawed. Now, this is typically the cave music, but I thought it fitting to repurpose it or copy it over for the swampy area. It's an old hidden cookhouse. There is very little left. This part of the city did not fare well during the catastrophe. Okay. I think that's a lot of these buildings are like that. And fast save is your friend in this game. My goodness gracious. It will save you a lot with random encounters and bullcrap that will appear. So, as well as any decisions that you want to make. So, I think this is something that you can enter. Ah, yes. You step into a foyer that has not seen use in countless years. A heavy gloom settles over you. This once holy place has been taken on an atmosphere of despair. You feel great evil is afoot. The evil feeling runs so deep as to prevent any priest or crusader from turning. Uh-oh. Let's see. There's a large skeleton of some demonic beast. Centuries of dust covers decimated body. There's something gripped in its clawed hand. Pulling the items from the creature's clenched fist, you find a long bullwhip. The leather is in perfect condition after all these years. It's obviously magical in nature. Interesting little weapon. I don't know if it does... I think it does bludgeoning damage. We'll have him use it. Makes sense for Nail to use it, I guess. I think there's a fight here coming up. Group of slime demons. They are being herded by a direction by some devilish herdsmen. Now, these aren't Antiids, but they do have the same model. Antiids are a much, much greater threat. I don't think that we'll see them in this particular scenario. I think Antiids appear in Assault on Giant Mountain. Yeah. And they are a hazard to try and kill. Gave Addis a nice short sword there. Must be pure evil radiates outward. Numerous cots with rotted legs have collapsed into termite-infested heaps. Ugh. A Oh, this encounter. I like this encounter. There's so many different outcomes. I'm just gonna map it all out. Look at that. I like this. I like the simple tile set has made such a great artistic medium. This sphere appear to be made of... Okay. A huge crystal sphere is being held aloft by a net of strands. These strands appear to be made from living scaled flesh that has materialized out of thin air. Inside the sphere, you see a whirling vortex of mist. It seems to be the source of the evil you have felt throughout the temple. A shimmering, impenetrable energy field surrounds the sphere. Demonic symbols are engraved on the floor to the sides of the energy field. The symbols are large enough for 4 people to kneel inside. Do 4 members of the party wish to step inside? Okay. So, because I know how this works out. But. Magical display of energy sweeps across the floor. Energy beams of light in a myriad of colors appear from all directions. They strike all those with not within the symbols. That's why. After the discharge of light beams, the protective energy field vanishes. Inside the sphere, a vortex of mist forms the visage of a hideous beast. It stares intently into your eyes and begins to communicate telepathically. Who dares summon me with the help of my very own scrying crystal? Ah, it is foolish mortals, how entertaining. What rash passions can drive such frail beings such as yourselves to the point of utter insanity? Around there is like no tomorrow. This will not piss him off. This will. And I'm gonna do that. How dare you treat me as inferior? Now you shall know why mortals fear death. The beast materializes before you. It stands nearly 13 feet at the shoulder. You may have made a very big mistake in enraging the creature to this point. Unfortunately, I have a trick up my sleeve. So, he is hard to hit, though. Oh, God. Well, we nullified his spellcasting, so... Okay. He has incredibly heavy magic resist, so... I think even if we were to touch him with a +2 weapon, it wouldn't matter. Which makes his fight very hard. Fortunately, I have this thing. Oh, alright, let's try the skin. Oh, God! Fortunately, this fight is completely optional, but... Yep, see, needs stronger magic. Yep. Oh, God. There we go! Got him! The magic of Annihilate. Just delete the enemy. Thank you. You have done a great deed this day. You have destroyed the body of this foul demon. Though not permanently dead, it may be many years before it may torment the realms again. So here you go. The reason why, well, realms is the word for the area that we are in, the plane of existence. I just noticed Nail is age 12. Well, this matches what it's like to be a goblin in D&D. Anyway, they age fast. Same thing with Kobold. Why the spell... God, I know. There's a remake of this game going on, and I hope that the spellcasters, or at least the AI for the spellcasters, is much smarter, because having them disarm if they can't touch an enemy and then run up in melee as if their life depends on it. Okay, well, we've cleared this area. You enter an immense building. It was once a temple dedicated to Malkele, god of magic. This is a large prayer room, but what's with the green water? I am going to reload frequently for this. This is... Save for major encounters, there's just no reason to participate in any of the random encounters here. You enter the sleeping chamber for a high priest. The quarters are modest except for a large ornate pillar that supports the ceiling. Ah, this was the room of a low-level priest now, however. It is the home of a group of Kako demons. Ah! Oh god, that was really close. Fortunately, swapping positions does not yield an attack of opportunity, which is great. So, enter the main hall of worship. Many columns support the high ceiling. This room was vast indeed. Old moth-eaten tapestries cover the walls. You expect there to be a thick coating of dust on the floor, but that is not the case. You see the tracks of many clawed feet. Many appear to be recent. The temple is not abandoned as you first thought. Ironically, you could easily barricade this door and rest in this room undisturbed. No. That is a total lie. It's a simple cloakroom. Where's the... Okay. Nice. What we get? What we get? What we get? Cloak of Protection. And despite its dark nature, I believe this one actually is safe to use. You find barrels upon barrels of wine. In addition, you find several cases of very fine wine. The label reads Bordeaux Sal La Salle, House of Challingrad, Waterford, 1423. And we'll find... We should be able to find out exactly when... what year it currently is. Yeah. Because I believe... Let's see here. It's a huge, massive pile of gold here. I believe that's it for that thing. That is a trap. Yeah, this building here. So we don't need to go into it. Yep. Healing raises fatigue. And ogres are not green. It doesn't say anything. This one, I don't know. I don't really know what's meant to be playing here, but if you say yes, nothing happens. But he says, an old man pokes out his head from the window. Hello, oh my, I thought I was the only human left alive in the whole world. Come in, come in. He tells his tale of how his ancestors were stranded during the catastrophe. I thought the world destroyed, cries the old man. At first, my great-great-great-grandpap and his kin looked for a whale, but we never found one. Then the ogres came, and we holed up beside whatever building we could find. Now I am the last, and I have all but given up. I have spent my time in devotion to Stenik, the god of travel. Alas, my prayers are never answered. He's so happy when you tell him the location of the cave entrance leading to the surface. He breaks out in tears. Finally, my prayers have been answered. Here, take these. My ancestors gathered them. During my years, we searched for a way out. I have no use for them, and they may do you some good. Some of these are cursed items. I just know that for a fact. You're welcome to rest here as long as you like. One of my ancestors knew some magic. A permanent protection spell has been cast on this area. It's like, how convenient. And yet, it happens anyway. Alright, let's take a look at that stuff. Helmet defense is a lie. Leather of strength, I think, is cursed. I guess it's a gauntlets. In addition, you find a pair of vials in a cabinet that may contain magical potions. Nice. Oh, okay. One of the cages is huge and encompasses a large pool of water. The lock on the cage is so old that it practically falls apart in your hands. See a myriad of fish swimming in a vast underground lake. So the key to this, is to use this guy. With increased ability to breathe freely, you search the entire pool and notice many large bones of bipeds littering the bottom. This pool has proved to be a watery grave for more than one unlucky adventurer. Okay, okay. You end up here in this other strange part. Oh no! Well, I might get rid of these guys. Get those. That was a hefty amount of experience points. That was 1,000 of them. Well, these are the deep cracks and pits of sulfurous lava make the footing treacherous periodically. Okay. I think if you try and touch these pits, you'll be attacked by these firemen. Yep. And they explode. Yep. Unfortunately, they killed some of our mushmen, and I'm not gonna... The risk is not worth the effort. They don't really give you any treasure as far as I'm aware. Okay, that is the Dogger place, I want to say. Alright. Well, I'm gonna zip on back to the town and deposit some stuff, so... Now that I've sold some stuff and I got more inventory space, here we go. Into, I believe, the Wizard's Abode, I believe. Oh, Wizard's Apprentices. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me with that? Oh, my God. Ugh. That is ridiculous. Why the... How many hit points? Is it possible for me to just, like... Oh, my God. I'll just do that and see if that does anything. Alright. Okay, that definitely helped. Now we only have one caster. However, Vidalian is about to blow it. There we go. Will you stop trying to do melee? God dang it. That's the frustrating thing. Is that because the NPCs want to gravitate towards enemies, they have no sense of self-preservation. And will try and fly towards the enemies. Oh, nice! Yay! Leveling up. He's leveled up twice. Yeah. He started out, yeah, level 3. Oh my goodness, wow. Looks like Drake's about to level up. Same thing with me, ooh. It's gonna be exciting, get new spells and stuff. Oh yeah. Obviously this guy was guarding the staircase. Okay. He was also guarded by a fierce beast. Okay. Oh, is this the headmaster? I think this is the headmaster. Maybe? I can't remember. I'll just grab his scrolls while he's not looking. What did we grab? Ooh, adrenaline and flame spikes. Okay. Well, well, still alive. I have listened to your progress with interest. Unfortunately for you, it shall stop here and now. You're just an arcane word, and a secret panel slides over. Another monstrous beast stands between you and the wizard. At his command, it attacks you with total abandon. Magical wizard. You know, this ancient underground city, and you can't summon a dragon. You can only do a dragon list. It doesn't even have wings. A stamina +1. Oh no. Spell points +21. That's still a fair amount. Spell points +23. Okay. I am gonna gain adrenaline here. I am tempted to get Plane of Force, but because it's a pretty rad spell for that is kind of an upgrade from Plane of Fog. You have defeated all my pets. I can enslave more. I assure you, after I have disposed of you, I shall do just that. And he summons up a mental flea. Take his gear. Gotcha. You search the wizard, and his workshop reveals a treasure of magical items. Sweet. What do we get? What do we get? Some sweet-ass gauntlets and a ring of defense. Oh, yeah. And a robe of spell storing. Uh-oh. I fell down. Fortunately, there's some goodies in here. Now that will lead us back, but there's some spots I want to get. I think this is the headmaster. No, that's apprentices. Does he? No. Many apprentice wizards are about the drudgery of taking inventory of their food stores. Oh no, you don't. Went to the semi-private quarters of the headmaster. On a small table near the bed, you can see his daily diary. Instructions on the cover are for the headmaster to fill out a daily report on the training of his students. Each day, that page must be ripped out and delivered to the Grand Wizard by the student who has performed poorly for that day. Daily training log, okay. Sacrifice of limb Durer. Know ye the legend. It has been said, only through death can eternal vigilance be achieved. Those who fail to perform in life shall devote an eternity to duty in death. Seek not to walk the plains of light or darkness until you learn the legend of Limdur. Okay, this is the headmaster, I believe. The other encounter, I think, is just with a bunch of beasties, so I might skip that. Don't pull that lever, otherwise you'll get hit by lava. I believe there's a ghostly entity in there, for whatever the hell reason. She's just gonna let you go past, I suppose. Oh my god! We can't even carry all that gold. Hold on. Hold on. Before we go in there, yeah, let's tackle this guy. You approach the headmaster, who waits patiently for your arrival. A dead apprentice lies at his feet like a rag doll, his body and face charred like overdone ribs. He answers your question before you can even ask. I am not a believer in the old saying, don't punish the messenger. If he had done his job, then there would have been only good news to report. So you have slain my master, no matter. It only saves me the time of having to destroy that feeble man myself. For many months now I have planned to overthrow him. You only robbed me of the pleasure that would have given me. Do I leave? No. Okay. Demon Lord. Alright. Okay, good. Guard. Dang it. Should have known better than to do that. Nice. God, God, rogues are so broken in this game. It's incredible. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we got something, I think. Let me see here. Let's get these guys at the very least. Nice. What do we get? Okay, we got a couple of interesting shields. That's nice. Robe of many favors. Ooh. Alright. Now we go back in here. You find the secret treasure of the headmaster. He has been amassing his wealth and fortune for some time in anticipation of overthrowing his master. This money would have gone a long way towards bribing the apprentices. Yeah, and that's about as much as we can carry. And Nail leveled up. Nice. So now I gotta go. I'm probably gonna use the crown here. Maybe. I don't know. I am not interested in fighting off that specter right now.